Hello everyone, this is Captain Giver Lee speaking from Taipei, Taiwan. Today is our 8th talk of the Sanchi's investigations review. And last talk we talking about the 1941 hours, which didn't have the radar picture for our reference in the former investigation report, because this investigator officer did not understand what's the relationship between the radar's speed vector and the collision risk. So we have come through the scenario from the 1939, 2 minutes before radar picture, which was maybe not so clear. Okay, we will see the picture again. Right now, let's see. At the time of 1941-42, the Sanchi third mate was very busy asking the able sailor to flash the signal light to the fishing vessel, asking the fishing vessel to alter course for him. At the hour of 1941, the fishing vessel turned to port side, which means the fishing vessel were passing Sanchi's ship's astern to give way to Sanchi. And in the minute of 1942, the third mate is very proudly told to the able sailor, "Yes, if I take any action to give way, I make everything worse. You know, they should take action. They are the smaller vessel." That's correct. The small vessel had less turnings advance and more easy to response with the radar's order. But actually, even if we have to give the way, there was not so much trouble for on ship, as long as we know how to handle it. But the important is, in these multi-vessel situations, if you don't take action by yourself, then you leaving your own destiny, your fate, to other vessels' hand. Imagine if this fishing vessel didn't alter course, and finally they, like the CF crystal, hitting the Sanchi's vessel, which caused the fire and the explosion. Then there will be a really tragedy, because we were sitting on a liquefied bomb. Why we give our own life at the mercy of others? So if you can find a way to live, why you waiting to die? So the Sanchi had success once with this fishing vessel, but he overlooked the dangers of another starboard crossing vessel, which was CF Crystal, the real hand of death. Here I use a picture to show the vessel's turning characteristic. There was a rudder order 5 degree, 10 degree, 20 and 30 degree rudders order, and the vessel's track along the turning maneuvering was showing on the picture. The vessel change course needs some distance advance to complete the course change. By the IMO's ship's criteria when they were building, the ship must be able to alter course 90 degrees with 4.5 ship's length. So in this picture we can see there were 1 ship's length, 2 ship's lengths in the sideway as the indication to show the turning maneuvering need how many advance distance to be complete. And actually for the average vessel, if you don't want sharp turn with hard over rudder, which was not the common case, usually we use 10 or 20 degrees rudder order to 10 to change course. It will take 6 to 7 ship's lengths to complete the turn, and for the time reference, usually take 3 to 4 minutes to complete a turn. So, if we were using 9-minute speed vector, like the Sanchi Sudmei using right now, our course change needs 3 or 4 minutes to finish. That was what happened to the CF Crystal when he changed his course from 217 to 225. He started from the 1939 and finished it at 1942, which was the 3 minutes turn to finish 6 degrees turn. It's no matter how many degrees you want to change the course. The minimum time to finish it is 4.5 minutes. Even if a small course change need take so much time, 3 or 4 minutes. The CF Crystal is showing this exactly chapter of turning. He used 3 minutes to finish 7 degrees turn. So by the time end of the 1942, what was the CPA with Sanchi was 0.4 nautical mile. Because the investigation report didn't have the radar picture, both from the CF Crystal and the Sanchi, so we construct this scenario from the AIS precision, which the Sudmei he checked the CPA 0.4 nautical mile from the AIS signal. We can see from this AIS precision at the time of 1941, we use an orange line to show there's true bearing or relative bearing of both two vessels. This bearing didn't change, still the same, up to the 1946, with another orange line to represent the collision risk is never gone and still hold the same. No bearing change during these 5 minutes or during the 9 minutes of the before the collision. That was 1941. So what the third main statement is not true. Either he didn't telling the truth, or he didn't notice the relative bearing or the true bearing and change this fact. Okay, never mind the fact. We were discussing how should the third main respond to the collision risk like this. Okay, we say the Sanchi's third main can alter course from 358 to 005 degrees. This 7 degrees course change is not recommended by the collision avoidance regulation, but you should take the fact that there was another vessel on Sanchi's starboard side right now, so the A drastic course change may be causing the confusion of the fishing vessel. But even if for avoid collision, 7 degrees in 3 nautical miles is enough. This is we demonstrate on the AIS position. The orange is the course of 005 degree, which was now alter course from the purple heading of 0358 is 7 degrees difference. And this CF crystal, like this, we alter course to 005 degree. At the time of 1948, on-ship position will be in the blue spot, and for the CF crystal, position will be at the red spot. Originally, these two vessels will have collision at 1950 as the original AIS position. But if Sanchi Sediment alter course to 005, 7 degrees to the starboard side, then at the time of the 1949, the collision spot shifted from the 1950 to the 1948 position along the line of the CF crystal, which was the yellow line. So, CF crystal crossing new collision spot as the red spot on the picture at 1949. By the same time, the Sanchi will still have another maybe 2 minutes to reach the same position. Okay, after I make the picture again, you can see the time difference for the Sanchi to arriving the red spot, new collision spot, is about 3 minutes. I use the black divider on the picture, but you can use real divider to measure from the radar's speed vector's length, or use your finger to take out the distance of new collision spot and the head of your speed vector's end to measure how much more time you gain by the course altering. So remember, this is not for a junior's maneuvering course. We are lecturing on the multiple target emergency position. At least we have this basic knowledge. You can prove it if you have a radar plotting sheet at hand to make it clear to yourself. So okay, we still hang on this 1941 hours. The other things we'll talk about in next talk. See you again. Bye bye.